Hi, my name is Kat, and I had vertical sleeve gastrectomy on August 8th, 2018. So I think that makes this week 11. I'm pretty sure, possibly week 10. It'll be proper underneath. But um, anyway, yeah, I think it's week 11. That is something I should know. And next week it'll be Thanksgiving. Yeah, it'll be Halloween on my thing, so that'll be cool. Maybe I'll be in costume. I don't know. So my high weight, my starting weight when I first saw the doctor was 370, which was a shock. I had to lose weight in order to have the surgery, and I was on a meal plan, which I sort of converted to be keto. Um, so I was 320, and oh, by the way, my height is 5 feet 5 inches. So yeah, I was 320 pounds the day of my surgery, and as of today, I am 200. Sorry, I am 284 pounds and 0.5, 284.5. So that is a loss this week of 1.9 pounds, which I'm happy with. I like to be about 2 pounds a week. I mean, I'd like to be fully 2 pounds a week, but about 2 pounds is fine. Which means I have lost 85.5 pounds completely and 35.5 since the surgery. This last weekend was crazy go nuts. It was just very, 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 very busy. Had a big project and had guests, and everything was insane. I actually have been. I used my Apple Watch, and I'm like pretty consistent in getting exercise and my steps and my calories, my hours, and this is the first time on Saturday I was basically on my feet for most of the day. Like I was running around, and it was different than my trip where I was doing a lot of walking too, but this was different because there was no real sitting. It was an event where I was running. I was responsible for a lot of things, so I was running around a lot of times. I did sit on occasion, but I was exhausted. And I didn't get what the thing that was crazy is, yes, I got all my calories, yes, I got all my standing hours and more. I didn't get my exercise because it wasn't consistent, and that just drives me bonkers. And I'm like, oh, when I get home, I'll just pound it out. And I realized as I was starting to like pound out the 15 minutes of exercise that I needed, because I gotten about 15 normally, or maybe I got 12 and I did 17 minutes of exercise. I looked at the clock and it was 11:57, and I just beep it because yeah, there was no way I can get 17 minutes of exercise in 3 minutes of time because it resets at midnight. So I just went to bed and was bummed that I broke my streak. But um, back to it, back on the horse. Um, trying to I struggled for a very long time during, like from before surgery all through this. I was like, don't get sick, don't get sick. If you get sick, you can't have your surgery. If you get sick, you can't go on the trip. If you get sick, you're going to have a hell of a time with the show. Do not get sick. So now my husband is sick. I mean, he was burning the candle at both ends, probably as much, if not more. So he's sick now. I'm hoping not to catch it, which is probably a vain hope. But yeah, I'm trying to be good and see if I can power through, but I'm also trying to get as much sleep as possible. Hell, I'm considering just going to sleep after this. Um, but yeah, I feel like I'm doing okay. I have on occasion had a few more carbs than normal, and what's odd is I tend to lose a little more weight after that. I signed up for once I hit 8 weeks and I got back from everything, I'm like, oh, there's a bariatric keto group that I'm part of online, and they have these like one-to-one things where you talk about to somebody about macros, and I don't want to talk them down or anything, but it was like a $39, $35 to $39 like session, and it was a complete waste of money. I'm sorry. It's like I've been doing keto for so long. I know all the things about keto. I know all the things about the macro, or sorry, I know no intermittent fasting, which is another thing they recommend. And it's like, okay, I've got those things down. The main thing that you can't get unless you do a one-to-one is your macros that they recommend. And my program is really, really strict about not having a high-end protein because they don't want you to force protein drinks or anything like that. I still occasionally have protein drinks, but they're they don't have a protein recommendation. They don't have a fat recommendation either. Actually, they recommend the lower fat that I'm probably eating. But to give me a macro where a fairly standard protein thing and then a very low, I would say the fat was almost as low as the carbs. It was very nearly as low as the carbs. So I'm like, no, I don't. I'm just not going to follow this. This is not the way I want to eat. It's not the way I feel good eating. I'm still sort of getting all of that under my way, but basically what I'm trying to eat, I'm eating sort of carnivore. I'm eating extremely low everything. Like, well, not low everything. I have, I eat a lot of sausage. I'm going to say I eat a lot of sausage because they're easy. And especially for breakfast. So sausage and cheese is big, chicken and cheese is big, steak, barbacoa. I don't eat as much pork, but I think I'm going to have chicken meatballs tonight, so I'm excited about that. But yeah, I go into Costco, I find meat and cheese, and then I eat the meat and cheese with some occasional nuts, usually macadamia or pecan, and occasionally a little bit of like Lily's chocolate or something. Trying to tone that down. Oh, and some bacon occasionally, and some pork rinds occasionally. But I feel like I'm eating better than I used to, and I'm trying not to snack. I'm trying to have these things as part of meals. I'm also really trying to stay away from drinking while I'm eating. That is proving to be the hardest thing, and I know it's important, but I try to just like, I feel like I'm choking a lot of times if I eat without drinking. I feel like it's not going to go down. So I sometimes just try to keep it to like wetting my whistle type of drinking instead of like really drinking. But I'm still being good with my water. I usually don't have any problem getting the 2 liters down that they want me to get. So yay with that. And I'm going to say this cacti bottle, which has this like guide in the back. And yes, I drink Mio in my water, which my program is like, it's okay. We wish you wouldn't, but if you have to, it just makes it taste a little bit better. And honestly, my husband squirts a huge amount when he drinks it. I have a little bit, and he's like, I can barely taste this. And I'm like, yours tastes like not Gatorade, Kool-Aid. It tastes like overly sweet, like Kool-Aid when I try his stuff. But yeah, so trying to get as much water and fluids in as possible. Have started occasionally to have sodas. Not the best thing. I just take it a little at a time, and I know I shouldn't. But when I say have sodas, I mean have sugar-free, and usually stevia sweetened sodas. Stevia sweetened sodas. See, I usually have Zevia, is what I'm saying. I really think that's the only soda I've had. I think I had one Diet Dr. Pepper, which I used to be addicted to, and I don't want to go back to being addicted to it, so I don't drink it. But I was at a location where I wanted a soda, and that was the only thing, so I had it. But anyway, so I'm trying to keep my exercise up. I didn't do my my 2-month comparison, sort of. I didn't do my photos at the 2 months because it was just a crazy time. But I'm so really looking forward to the 3 month and hoping that I can see a big difference. Their pants that I'm wearing, I notice are starting to get looser, and I've also started going back and watching other people's videos and trying to notice when they seem like they've lost weight, like when I can start seeing the loss of weight in them. And I also look at some of my pictures. It's like, can I see that I've lost weight? Um, it's funny to be like at the 85-pound mark and be like, can you tell? I did see some friends this weekend, and they all said that I looked like I had lost weight, which was nice. But I don't know if they really felt that way or if they knew my husband had lost weight and thought I had. And Dan has never said that I have lost weight, but he's never indicated that I haven't. So it's a lot of nonsense that I've just spouted. Um, but anyway, I am holding on to the fact that if I lose at least 1.4 pounds for the rest of the year, I will be at 100-pound. I was going to say I'll be under 100 pounds. No, I will have lost 100 pounds by the end of the year, which is weird because it's not really a year, because I started in like the middle of February is when I started this track and started to lose weight. But it's like it's a big thing. Like it would be nice to be 100, like end of the year. Oh, I'm 100 pounds down for the year. And then if I can do that again the year after, that would be super. Because I do have, what did I say? Yeah, kind of. I want to lose. I'd like to be in the 130 range, like under 140. But that pretty much means that I am going to have to lose 240 pounds, 230 pounds, something in that line, which is pretty freaking huge. But moving becomes easier and making choices becomes easier as it's becoming routine. And also slipping food onto my husband's plate is becoming, just a thing. Because, I'll if I have a hamburger or if I have a sausage or something, and I'm like, I've hit the place where I'm full, then I'll just slide it onto his plate. I did that with protein waffle the other night. This is a recipe that I actually really like. I got the Quest Cinnamon Crunch cereal protein powder. I got it because somebody, I think it was recommended by, I think, the people on Keto Connect for a specific fat bomb, and I got it, and I didn't love the fat bomb. It was kind of gritty with that protein powder in it. So anyway, I had seen that they did protein waffles, and the protein waffle recipe is honestly a scoop of protein powder, an egg, a teaspoon of baking powder, and just enough water to get it to the right consistency. And I did that up and made it in our waffle iron. It's really good. It is seriously good because it tastes like you can do it with any. They say you can do it with any protein powder, and if you did it with like a flavorless one, it would just, I think, taste like a waffle. But this tastes like cinnamon toast waffle, and it's really good with just a little butter. And we even got the I don't know how you say it, Lanco monk fruit maple syrup. So if you want a little maple syrup, there you go. But it's really good, and we've been doing that on occasion with some bacon, and that's been. I'm going to say bacon. If you can do bacon either in the oven or the toaster, it stays flatter. Not toaster. Don't do it in the toaster. That's ridiculous. Air fryer is what I was going to say, in the air fryer. But it does get it cooked. My husband is very picky about his bacon. I will accept more range of doneness than he will. He's got his, like, it's got to be this really just shy of burnt. is his favorite. So anyway, I just realized I'm almost at 15 minutes, so I'm going to stop. Actually, now I'm at 15 minutes, but I'm still going to stop. And I wish you a happy week. And if you have any questions for me, feel free to write them below. I do check and I do answer questions. Um, and thank you for watching. And I hope this is useful to you as it's useful for me to put my thoughts out there and be able to look over them later. But thank you. Bye.